Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Vicky. How you guys doing? Our Kwacoco Bible is ready. Just look at that. It looks so yummy and delicious, and it tastes great as well. So guys, if you're new to my channel, you are welcome. My name is Vicky, and if you want to see how I prepare this, please stay tuned and watch the video till the end. So first, I grated my cocoyams using my grater. I grated the cocoyams using my mini grater, so this process is difficult and it's kind of not very safe because you can have bruises on your fingers. So if you don't have a grater, you can use a grater, and you can also use a food processor if you have one. So I grated the cocoyams, and the rest of the cocoyams I used a food processor. So this is how the cocoyams looks like after grating them. I'd already put some Maggi cubes in it. And you know, when you grate cocoyams and you leave it for some times, the color changes and looks brown. Since I had other things to attend to the kids, so I kept the cocoyams for some time. But what you see there is Maggi cube. So after grating the cocoyams, you can add in your seasoning, that is Maggi cube and Maggi crevette. Just add it in and mix very well. Make sure to mix it really nice so that the seasoning mixes very well with your cocoyams. So I kept mixing to make sure everything was nicely incorporated into the cocoyams. And when you're done doing this, you can now bring in your other ingredients. So I added my crayfish. Whenever I'm using crayfish for this, I don't blend it to be to a very fine mixture. I just blend it just once, so it's a little bit coarse. I can see the crayfish, some of the particles in my Kwacoco. So after doing that, I just went on and make sure to mix again very well, so the crayfish really gets into your Kwacoco. This way you're sure you have a tiny bit of crayfish into every part of your cocoyam batter. So guys, don't forget to mix and mix again. So after mixing, I just added my dry fish. So you can use any obstacle of your choice. I added fish and blended pepper. That's my pepper that I blended. It's just pepper, guys. I didn't include anything in the pepper. So you cannot only use dry fish, you can use meat, dry meat. So just make use of whatever you have. So I added pepper again because I want my Kwacoco really hot. So after adding the pepper, I just mix, because this pepper that we buy here is not very hot. So after adding, I added my palm oil. Palm oil is the last thing that I added. So after adding your palm oil, make sure to mix again very well so the palm oil incorporates nicely into your cocoyams. And then make sure to taste. I tasted, and then I added seasoning cube again. I added 1 seasoning cube and 1 Maggi crevette. And then I had to mix again, mix very well. At this stage, I added half a cup of water. You know, the water is going to make all the seasoning to mix very well, the Maggi cube and the salt to dissolve really nicely into the cocoyams. You know, I was using white cocoyams, but if you are using the red cocoyams, you know, it's always very, how do I say, it's strong, so you can add water. So after blending, I discovered that this one, there was no need for me to add water into it, so I only added water later on. So now I'm going to be using my foil paper and baking paper to wrap my Kwacoco into it, since I don't have plantain leaves like we usually do it at home. So I had to make use of my baking paper and my foil paper. So I'm just going to continue now and wrap everything. So I've mixed very well and I've made sure everything tastes nicely. So if you've watched up to this extent, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified each time I upload a video. So now guys, I'm just going to wrap everything nicely into the foil paper. So that's my batter. I'm just going to scoop in 1 or 2 spoons depending on the size that you want to make. If you want to make it bigger, that would be better, but I don't like it very big, so I added 1.5 spoon into it. So I don't know if you can see it very well guys. When you wrap it into this paper, into this baking paper, it really helps to seal your batter very well. So when you're adding water into it, you're sure water will not get into it. So I added a piece of fish again in the middle of the cocoyams. You know, when you get that bite and there's fish or meat in every piece, it tastes so amazing. So while putting the fish, I actually left some aside, so I didn't put everything. You know, if you put all the fish at the same time, some of the batter will get fish while some might remain empty, so I left some fish at the side to add. You can also do that. It's a very good idea, so that way you make sure every part of the Kwacoco will have fish in it. So I'm just going to wrap it like so, fold it very well, voila, and this is how it looks like. It is well sealed, so when you're adding water in your pot, you rest assured that water will not get into it. So I'm just going to wrap the other ones like so. Watch it closely. After adding the butter on the paper, I'm just going to put 1 or 2 slices of my dry fish in the middle of it. You see see that? So that way, I make sure that every part of the fish gets a batter. Excuse me. So wrap it like so, and then you add in your foil paper and put. And so I'm going to be doing the rest off camera. So you see that after folding it, water cannot get into it if you wrap it like so. So I kind of prefer this method because I think it's better off than the plantain leaves, because sometimes at home when we make Kwacoco, you will discover that water got into some of the batter and it will make it not cook or look nicely. So that is it guys. I'm going to be doing the rest off camera, and when I'm done, I'm going to show you how it actually looks like. Excuse me. So after wrapping it, this is how it looks like guys. Everything is nicely sealed, so I'm just going to cover my pot and put it on the fire. Excuse me, my kids were disturbing, so I had to do the video and do a voice over later, and I have an itchy throat. I don't know why, so pardon me. So that's my Kwacoco on the pot, on the fire. Actually, I actually used foil paper to cover it again at the top so the heat stays in. And after boiling for 10 minutes, I add water. So when you put it on the fire, make sure to check the pot from time to time so that your pot doesn't get burnt, and cook for 45 minutes. So 45 minutes is up, and this is what my Kwacoco Bible looks like. I didn't eat it the same day. I prepared it in the evening, so this is the next day. So I actually made kanda sauce for us to eat with it. So guys, if you've watched the video to the end, thank you, and see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. How was the meal? Was it nice? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. See you in our next video. Bye bye.